Good morning. You have caught me on an extremely exciting but extremely busy day because in approximately a little under 22 hours, it's just going 5 to 9 on Sunday morning, and at 6:45 on Monday morning, we're going to be driving to Manchester Airport to get on a plane to go to Disneyland Paris, and I have not even begun to pack. I am nowhere near ready, and I have got a to-do list as long as my arm. So we need to get cracking. Checking off to-do list items started very early this morning, 5:10 to be exact, because airline check-in happened. Now, because there's two families travelling together, we couldn't guarantee seats with all 6 of us together. So we both coordinated putting our alarms on for as soon as check-in started so we could get 2 rows of 3 adjacent to each other, and we succeeded, so tick. Now, the rest of my to-do list, are you ready? It's got to start with making masks, because I have very particular Disneybounds which require very particular masks, and I haven't got around to making them. Yay! Printing off all our boarding passes, confirmation details, etc. But this year is more complicated than usual because we also need to print off passenger locator forms and vaccine certificates and things like that. So I need to spend a bit of time making sure I've got all that in my little blue folder that always comes with me on holiday. Then I have to make a pair of Tinkerbell shoes, just don't ask, mum jobs. And then when I've done those 3 things, I'm going to pack. And I'm packing from scratch. That is very un-me-ish, very un-Lucy-ish behaviour. I've usually started to pack months in advance, but I'll talk about all that later. I then need to put air in my tyres and petrol in my car, because there's none of either. Well, hopefully there's a bit of some, but you know. And then I do like to, are you like this? When I go on holiday, I like to tidy the whole house, just because it's not nice to come back to any kind of mess. But I'm gonna kind of leave that to last. One of the problems we have is because we've had a 7th birthday in our house this week, there is Lego everywhere. Lego has permeated our home.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's this young lady's fault. It's everywhere, isn't it, Bonnie? You got like 4 sets. She's half built 2 of them. She's fully built another 2 of them. So I need to start from, I basically need to burn the living room down and start again. We will get to that. So, I'll tell you what, something else I like to do when I tidy the house before I go on holiday is put clean sheets on. Now, it's really nice if you're setting off like 10 a.m. and you've time to do it in the morning. So when you come back, you've got nice new sheets, all crisp and smelling of detergent. However, because we're setting off so early in the morning, I'm going to do it tonight. So they will have been slept in for one night, but hopefully they'll still smell of fabric softener, because that's the nice bit. Anyway, I've got a lot to do, so I've got to get cracking. So, number 1, masks. I'm going to make 4 masks now. I do have a lot of masks already made, but I needed some extra. I've got this Disney poster print thing. This is going to be for like when I'm dressed as Pluto and just general Fab 5 kind of moments. So I've got 2 of those, and I've got the white inserts already sewn from when I sewed some more masks. I've already got that made. And then I'm also going to make 2 of these strawberry masks. Now that is for a very particular Disneybound, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want you to guess. So if you can guess what that Disneybound's for, put it in the comments below. Here's the sewing machine all set up from last night, and let's get to it. I'm going to give you some little tips of the trade. So once you've bagged out your mask, if you don't know what bagging out is, it's where you sew things inside out and then you pull it through so it's the right way around so you can't see the seams. Once you've bagged it out, you iron it, but to get those edges really crisp, because they've been inside out, I like to use a kebab skewer and get it inside and really kind of push into the stitching as I iron. Let me see if I can do it. And it's curved and it's a concave shape, so it's quite difficult. I have been known to put it on a potato in the past, but I think I should be okay today. So I get the steam on, because there's nothing worse than having that kind of lumpy, stitchy bit over your nose. Right, now my other little make, do, and mend tip. I never do anything properly, but you know how you have your nose wires over the top of your mask? Never got around to buying any, so I've been saving these off the top of like little bags of brioche, or what else do we buy? The rice cakes come with these little things wrapped around them, and they're quite substantial. They're just kind of the right length. They're tape shaped, so they do sit quite comfortably and snugly, and basically free if you're going to be buying brioche. So there you go, inside, up there, and I'll pin them in and then I'll sew around the edge. Okay, that's it. Mask's done. Fit nice and snug. Perfect things. That took a little under 2 hours, so better get on to the next task. Right, I've printed off all the documents and I've got them in my little document wallet. You weren't there for the printing because the printer's in our room of shame, which is like the dumping room and Hugh's office, and you know, we dry clothes in there. It's horrible. So that's not nice. That doesn't make our house sound nice, does it? Anyway, I've printed off all the documents. So here's what we've got. It's quite epic this time. We've got parking confirmation, flight tickets, boarding pass, and then we've got these declarations we've had to sign, 3 of them, to say we're not ill. We haven't got fevers, we haven't got a cough, we haven't got a headache or anything. Then we've both got, the adults in the group have got their NHS vaccine certificates. Then we've got the hotel confirmation, and finally Disneyland Paris tickets. Now there's one more official thing we needed to do before we went, which was pre-order the day 2 vaccine packs for when we got back. But well, there's been a bit of a kerfuffle. You've kind of been sorting this out, haven't you?
Trying to. We need passenger locator reference numbers so we can get back into the country. And we've asked them about 10 times in various different ways for the 2 missing ones, which are yours and Bonnie's. I've got mine. And they just can't send them to us. They just don't know what they're doing. This is Oncologica. Avoid. Via Nomad, wasn't it? Avoid both. They just don't know what they're doing. They finally messaged us back last night with a locator code. But it was mine again, so it's useless. So we got in there not having our return codes.
It's difficult because we bought it and paid for it. We didn't receive the email, and then we had to ring up and say, oh, we haven't sent the email, so they sent it again, we still didn't get it. So, I mean, he said avoid. I do want to give the benefit of the doubt to them a bit, but it's got to the point where it's been 3 long phone calls, several emails.
They don't know what they're doing. They're
right.
Overwhelmed. They can't handle it. Useless.
There you go. Anyway, that took me about an hour to put all that together, and my blood sugar is dropping. So not to be dramatic, I need some food, and then we'll pick this up. We'll make some Tinkerbell shoes after dinner. That's next things on the list. Okay, Tinkerbell shoes. These are the basics I got off Amazon. Pretty pleased with those. I know they've got white toes, but I'm just going to live with it because I think we could wear them afterwards, so I don't want to ruin them. But what makes them Tinkerbell shoes is they always have a pom-pom on top. It's kind of whitey, silvery, goldy, shimmery, and various different cartoons. So I'm kind of thinking yellow or white will do. So I've been through, this is what we used last time, which is a little hair clip on a bobble, which is grown out of those shoes. And obviously I only managed to rescue one pom-pom. Bit gutted about that. So I've been through all the hair accessories and all the craft boxes looking for anything I can use. I've come up short. We've got one white clip with a pom-pom on it, but it doesn't have a mate. We've got two kind of peachy ones, but they are quite peach. This one's peach, but it kind of looks white when the light's on it. So I don't think they're any good. I've got two white pom-poms, but the different sizes. Sorry. I've got two yellow pom-poms, but the different sizes. So I'm going to have to like trim that one down. Will that work? I don't know how I'm going to fix it on. What's that look like? Possibility. There's actual cotton wool, which I actually think looks the best. But then, what if it rains? Wet cotton wool. I mean, if you've got any life experience of wet cotton wool, you know it's not something you want on your feet or your new trainers. And then, I did manage to find two matching white pom-poms of the same size, but it would mean mutilating these Easter sheep, and I don't know if I've got the heart, so I'll let you know what to decide. Right, I've come up with a solution. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit janky, but the good news is the sheep are safe. God bless them. So this is what we've got. It's a solution that allows me to get my own size and shape, but keep it waterproof. So I've decided to use cotton balls in a sandwich bag. Yeah, you with me so far? So let me shove these in here. And then I pull it really, really tight, like that, and twist it to get all the air out. And then it kind of becomes this thing. Once there's no air in it, you can squidge it around a bit and mould it. So I was able to get it just the size I wanted. I'll try and get it to match that one. Quite flat, so it goes over that toe bit. I mean, it's not brilliant. It wouldn't do stage and screen, but in the time I've got, I'm quite pleased with it. Tinkerbell shoes, done. It is 10 to 2 and finally time to actually get packing. Now this is, I said earlier, very unlucy-ish behaviour, because usually when I go on a Disney trip, I've been planning my packing for months, sorting out all my outfits. I know exactly what I'm wearing on what day to go to what restaurant and all that kind of thing, and I've been buying extra little bits, and then I've been actually packing for weeks as I kind of wash and iron clothes and put them in the suitcase as I go. So when it comes to that last bit of packing, everything tends to be where it needs to be, and it's just a case of getting the extra bits. But as you know, if you've kind of been following our podcast, we only booked this holiday 3 weeks ago. There was still some questions surrounding vaccine documentation, all that kind of thing. I didn't really want to get my hopes worked up. We've also been on several day trips, weekends away. We've organised a kid's birthday party and a trip to London and all sorts of things in the meantime. And I simply haven't done any of it. But not to worry, because two things. First of all the detailed packing lists and preparation I did for the Florida holiday that never happened was still there. So I've got a lot of my outfit lists, knowing what accessories go with what. And some of those I had already put in the suitcase because I'm that girl. And I like to use a packing app. In most things, I'm pen and paper. But I've got this packing app called Packing Pro, and it's got all my previous, look, I've been using it since 2013, and you're able to just copy another list. So we went to Disneyland Paris in August 2019. I did a packing list. We've been a few times since, but I obviously didn't do packing list. So I just duplicated that and then removed some items and added others, and I did all this last night. So the quickest and easiest thing for me to do is I'm going to go straight down that list. I'm going to put electronic chargers, money related things, leisure related things, notebooks, etc. in there. Toiletries, accessories, personal swimming items, things like that in there. And then I'm just going to dump all my clothes there. And at the end of that, once I've got all that out, so everything I'm going to take is out and on the bed, then I will start that Tetris-like task of getting it in the suitcase. Now hang on, I need to warn you, if you're watching this pack with me video expecting it to be one of those like Taipei, Martha Stewart style, you know, the women in the entirely white houses who show you how to like roll your socks into perfect little donuts to tessellate them into the suitcase in the best possible manner. This isn't one of those videos. You're just going to see a rather stressed out middle-aged mother trying to sort of tame chaos. So enjoy that. One thing we can't forget, of course, is our pin collection. We've been waiting to pin trade. Do you know what? Now, it's for years now. Because when we went January 2020, there was no pin trading out for some reason. Then last time we went, it was COVID and there was no pin trading out. There wasn't any on the cruise ship. We haven't been to America. But I think that from what I've seen, they do have pin trading back again. So we're just loading up our lanyards with our least favourite pins. I keep all my special ones up on the lamp. Those are my precious ones. And then I kind of have a tin full of maybe swaps. And Bonnie's got her own, haven't you? So you deciding?
I'm only liking like 5 of these, so I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, we do share them because we end up kind of swapping between ourselves as well. So that is a must take. Right, so I've done that now. We've got full boxes full of all the little knickknacks and paddywhacks and things like that. We've got the suitcase out. There's nothing in it yet. I'm starting with my clothes and outfits and trying to get my head around all the accessories and, you know, the extra bits, the underwear. But what I'm doing right now is masks, which I've never had to do before, of course. So this is a tricky business. So, right, we've got my Daisy Duck outfit. Let's go through them. Got a Daisy Duck Disneybound here. So we've got this sun hat that looks a bit like a beak. I've got a purple tie top there. That was just a normal blouse I bought from Sainsbury's, I think, in the sale. And then I've just cut it up so it makes a tie top. White dress, yellow leggings. And then I've got 2 yellow masks so they all look like beaks. If I want to take my sun hat off, purple headscarf. Big chunky pearls, bish bash bosh. That one's sorted. Then I've got over here, I've got my Pluto Disneybound. I've worn this quite a lot. One of my favourites. It's really comfortable. A big squishy harem suit with like a little crop top underneath because it's a bit low cut, if I'm honest. Then that would be the dog collar, like a crocheted choker. And your mustard trilby. Mustard headscarf if I decide to take the trilby off. And that's easy because these are the other 2 masks that I made this morning. Boom. Done. And then I'm not going to tell you what this one is. I'm just going to show you the pile. That's why I made the strawberry masks, because I'm going to let you try and guess what that Disneybound is. Put the reply in the comments underneath if you think you know. That one's a secret, but boom, that one is also done. So then I'm on to... Some of these might not get worn because what I've got, I'm one of those people, if I'm honest. We are in the parks for 4 days and I've got 5 Disneybounds. And we are travelling / Village Nature for 3 days and I've got 4 outfits to choose from. But you never know when you're going to want to change. You never know when you're going to go on a whim. Temperatures are different. So we've got a couple extra. So, ones I think I may or may not wear. 3 Disneybounds there. I've got a mini one, which I have worn quite a lot, but I've not worn for a while, and it's just easy. This is like a cosplay mini dress, spotty headscarf, spotty mask, yellow pearls, red sun hat if it gets too hot. The thing is, I've only got 1 mask, and I want to have 2 masks for every outfit, and I've only got one of these spotty ones, so I'm trying to find out which of my other masks would be the best match for that. And then I've got a pirate one. Now the kids are doing some pirate outfits. and we're unclear whether or not the adults are going to join in, but I'm going to take it anyway because these trousers will double up for my travel day as well. And then it's just blue trousers, stripy shirt. This bandana kind of goes round, tied across the forehead rather than as a headscarf. And then I've got some like gold hoop earrings. Where have they gone? There are some gold, oh there they are. Gold hoop earrings and skeleton mask and an anchor mask from when we went on the Disney cruise. So I may do the pirate Disneybound, I may do the mini Disneybound, probably depends on the kids so that we can all match. And then and that's got 2 masks, look, boom, that's done. My non-park days, I've got a gorgeous Lilo and Stitch sundress. It's got like a tiki stitch on. There's no Lilo, to be fair, it's just a Stitch dress. And then I've got this sort of paisley Primark sundress that I like to wear with black leggings underneath. And I've got, I call it my 90s choker. Kids of the 90s, you'll know what I mean. It's a nice outfit, that. Again, I've only got the 1 mask, so I'm trying to get extra masks for this, that, and the mini one. And then, of course, there's the swimming costume with a lycra headband, because these bandana headbands that I wear, well, you can see this one, the white bits have gone pink, because I wore it in the swimming pool on the cruise, and the dye ran everywhere. I mean, it ran down my arms, it ran into my face, it got all over my clothes. So I'm just going to wear a sort of a keep your hair out of your face kind of headband next time I'm in the pool. What I'm doing right now is I've got all my extra masks down here on the floor. Some of them, yeah, like that one's full of makeup there. It needs to go in the wash. So I'm just kind of getting those out and putting them in the wash, getting the cleanest ones. And then the ones that have got this really thick elastic, they're really uncomfortable. So I've bought some more elastic and I'm just going to rethread. And then as long as I've got 2 for every day, plus maybe 2 extra, on the plane, you have to wear these FFP2 standard masks. There you go, these beautiful things. So that is at the request of Air France. It has to be these when on the plane. So that should take up the rest of it. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is I have got a little fetish for getting cheap Primark pyjamas. And I also like to have nice fresh pyjamas on holiday. So I bought these a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't worn them. The Pinocchio. I like to get Disney, but not necessarily Minnie and Mickey. I like to be a bit, you know, off the beaten path with that. So, brand new pyjamas for the first night. Round 2. My name's Lucy and I'm an overpacker. What I mean by that is, as I've said, we're there for 4 days in the park, 2 travel days, a day in the middle, and Bonnie's got 5 million dresses. Let's have a look. So, I am very, very lucky. My lovely mummy has got an Etsy shop where she just makes these little Disney pinafore dresses. I'm going to get, let me get Snow White out for you to see. So they're all sort of Disney themed, but they're really, really good for hot days in the park because they're just little cotton pinafore dresses, nothing nylon, nothing that's going to rub or chafe. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, I just tell her what I want and I get them. Yay! So, my mum being my mum, she's also made masks for every individual costume. So let's look what we've got. We've got a Mickey, which is just black, red, 2 buttons. We've got a Minnie, which has got the spotty strap, spotty bow, 2 buttons, but it's spotty all the way down. We've got Donald, so let's just look at his front, like that, with a white dress. So fresh, I absolutely love that one. We've got, this was a special one just for me, I don't think this one's on the Etsy shop, but we've got the Tinkerbell. It's not on the Etsy shop because it's a bit more intricate, but it is gorgeous. And I got her a pair of wings to go with that. And then we've got the Snow White one that I've just shown you, and a pirate one. And then this is same design, but it's just a little party dress for if we go out for a meal on an evening. So we've got the masks, like I say, to go with each one. spots, red, yellow for a beak, green, Tinkerbell, blue, Snow White, striped. She's already worn that one. And look, it's washed out a little bit, which I'm sad about because the dress hasn't. The dress is perfect. And so on and so forth. And then she's got several ears. I'm giving her 3 options for a mini, which may be a bit over the top. When she comes back, I'll ask her which one she wants to take, so I'm not taking them all. Just a nice white baseball cap. Headband to go around the bun, because that's what we've got for Tinkerbell, obviously. Now, one of my gorgeous students knows I'm a big Disney fan and asked who Bonnie's favourite princess was and made her these, so that's gorgeous. So thank you, Mishka. We always take those with us when we go. And then she's got this rather jaunty pirate hat. She does have sun hats to go with it's just those 2 really, but we'll wear them to go with any outfit because as much as fashion matters when you're little, you need to look after your skin. And then we've got this Disney Star swimming costume along with the onesie that goes over it. And then we've got all the extra sort of play clothes that she can get dirty and go around the adventure playgrounds in. Shorts, these t-shirts need ironing, but it's a Disney Star t-shirt. This was a Christmas present. Hey Hey Vacay, she's going to travel in that one, also needs ironing. This was a birthday present last week. Another beautiful Disney Star t-shirt. Wear that with some little black cycling shorts. And those to go with the t-shirts. Extra masks. And then we've just got this little throw over. Perhaps that will go over the swimming costume as well. Moana dress. Again, good for play. So we did have enough Disney outfits and costumes to take us through 2 weeks in Florida. Of course, that's no longer on the cards, unfortunately, so I'm trying to squeeze all the gorgeous outfits into 6 days. Inevitably, we'll come back and half of these probably won't have been worn, but I'd rather her have options and us get to see the beautiful outfits on her body before she grows out of them than just not take them. So, now it's time to start getting things in the suitcase. We've had to make a decision. This suitcase is not going to be big enough for 3 of us for 6 days because, as I say, I overpack. Hugh had got all his stuff out last night and I just needed to put it in the suitcase. We decided to just pay for 1 suitcase between the 3 of us, and then we've got a small suitcase we can take on hand luggage. Thought that'd be okay, but this is just Hugh and Bonnie and a little bit of me. Can you see? None of my toiletries, and I'm very high maintenance, and that's all we've got left. So we're upgrading ourselves to Daddy suitcase. You just can't win in this life. This suitcase is so big. The original plan of taking a cabin-sized suitcase and a medium suitcase, going up to the large suitcase, there was an inconveniently too little stuff in it. So I've had to kind of abandon the cabin bag and put everything in there, which means swimming costumes and change of clothes have all gone in the massive suitcase. So I'm a bit kind of stuck as to what to do about hand luggage, because I was going to do cabin bag and cute little lounge fly, but now the cute little lounge fly isn't quite big enough to get everything in it that I want, but at the same time there's no point taking anything bigger. I could take this, but then do I take this and my Loungefly? I mean, I suppose I could. Right, I've given up. I've decided the answer is to put my laptop in the big suitcase. It's not ideal, but I've just checked guidelines and it's fine. As long as we don't have a lithium battery pack thing. It's fine. It's not my favourite thing to do, but it'll be okay. And I'm just taking a little cute Loungefly, which will be quite relieving. So, I'm going now to blow up air in my tyres and get some petrol. So, back in a bit. Car sorted. Back to human beings. So, do you get this same thing that our family gets? We're all packed, the big stuff's done, everything's sorted, and then you start to remember teeny tiny little bits and bats. Well, we've just remembered sunglasses for Bonnie, and then we get them out, and look, well, they're broken, but they're not fixable broken because the actual plastic's broken. So we're like, oh, do we super glue that tonight? Do we look for more? And the only other pair we've got for her are these we got from Arnold Clark when we bought a second-hand car, so she might be going round Disneyland Paris sporting Arnold Clark sunglasses at this rate. Leave it with me. Nope, it's official. We have no other sunglasses for the child who is now in bed. That's how long this day has been going on. What I didn't tell you, I don't think, is that we've got a time limit tonight because we're recording one of our podcasts, of course, with it being a Sunday night. We did think about skipping this week, but we'll be missing next week. And it's been a really good news week, and we want to talk about it, and we want to talk to you. So we're doing it as planned, but that means that we've got until 8:30. Oh, Chris isn't coming round, so we're not doing it live. So we're doing it remotely over Zoom again, which does make it a little easier for us. But that means I've got 25 minutes to set up the laptop and set up the table so that we're able to do the podcast. The house is beyond messy. But we are pretty much packed now. Would you say we're done, Huey?
I think so.
Close. So, next stage. Well, we made it. We've packed, we've tidied, and we've made it onto a podcast. So this, for those who want to look behind the scenes, that's our little setup for doing tonight's podcast. So if you want to listen to it, we'll be talking all about annual passes and I can't remember what else. Rhythm of the Pride Lands, etc. And I will see you tomorrow.